I wish that there was an easier way to make this happen. Well, I am truthfully, like genuinely excited. And plus, I want to know what you thought about the class and stuff, what your hubby thought. That's always what I wish that there was an and now, of course, I have to mute that, just like always. Okay, perfect. We are officially on. How do you feel today, for reals? You made me nervous right now. By the way, everybody, that's Erica. Everybody say hi, Erica. And I am Nat with Twiniversity, and we're going to talk to Erica today. How many weeks are you today?
24, exactly.
24 exactly. On the day?
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. This is like a giant hurdle, right? 24 is our first big hurdle, and then 34 is our next, and then 38. We have so many hurdles to get over, but this is a good one. So 24, has it not been a great week so far? I mean, it's Monday, isn't it? Yes, it is.
Oh, it's a great week when your kid doesn't wake up at 2 a.m. coughing like a 70-year smoker. So.
Oh no! What is it? Croup? The flu? What do you got?
She's just nasty cold. I mean, there's not much to it. She doesn't have a really high fever. She's coughing like she's been smoking all her life.
All right, so she's picked up a smoker's cough. That's it. Word to the wise: don't smoke when you're little. That's
so other than that, it's been a good week. We had our perinatal visit last Friday, and the babies are 1 pound 4 ounces each.
Oh my God.
And so the doctor said it was perfect and
yes,
no concerns.
So how do you feel physically? Like, forget about the 70-year-old smoker that lives in the house. How do you feel? Like, how do you feel? How does your belly feel? How do the babies feel? Do you feel them? Give us an inside scoop.
I feel like circus delay is happening in my stomach.
Okay, like it?
Pretty much all the time. My daughter especially, she's right there, breech at my bladder. So I'm pretty certain I'll be wearing Depends before I'm 40.
Absolutely. Definitely. It doesn't have to be Depends. It could be, we recommend the Always Discreet. Those are the ones that are favorite in the Diaz household.
Probably need to invest in a lot of those. It's gotten to the point, like my husband and I were laying down sleeping, and he felt like a punch in his stomach. That would have been our son. So it's just nonstop. I think I've experienced every pregnancy symptom you've talked about in at the class. Like,
that was just supposed to be general, Erica. That wasn't supposed to be for you only.
The day we got done with the first chat, I experienced hemorrhoids for the first time.
Good times.
Yeah.
Fun times. That's why I talk about them. Like, people think that I'm crazy, and they're like, Nat, that's too, it's too much TMI. And sometimes in class, people get a little squeamish, but I would rather what's coming up. So for the record, for you guys that are watching, I had the privilege of having Erica and her hubby in our last online class that we had. What did you think about that? Like, even though you're an experienced parent, right? This is why I'm fascinated. And truthfully, if you hated it, tell me you hated it. I'm cool with that. I'll never be offended. But what did you guys get out of that class?
It was super helpful because, it has been 6 years since we've been down this road. And there's just so much that's different with twins that we hadn't, like, stuff we've never even considered. That was kind of like the thing, like, oh, well, we hadn't thought of that. We didn't think of that either. That's a good
surprise.
So it was like, I have notes all in the book.
Good. You're like a good student. That's what
I am, as my husband said, the type A that's going to take like 20,000 notes. So, but like, just really good stuff to know, like going to the dentist. Like I made a dental appointment and got that taken. And so my gums have stopped bleeding, and they've taken care of it. So.
Look at me knowing things. I'm telling you, it's truthfully, there's a lot of information that we give out in the class that's really common sense, but you're not thinking you're not fully thinking when you're expecting. And a lot of times, truthfully, even if you like clearly, if you've had kids before, you may have a very different pregnancy than you did the first time. So you can never assume that it's going to be the same. And I love that you were there. And I love that your mom is a CPR trainer. That my takeaway was like, oh my God, Erica's so lucky. Like I even was thinking that. And after class, I got on a call with Julie and I'm like, Jewel, how great is that? Because that's one of the things we talk about in class is really that everybody, including your family, nannies, baby nurses, your partners, your older children, mother's helpers, whoever, everybody should have taken a CPR and first aid class. And Erica's mom is like the bonus round of being a trainer. So did you literally go get trained from her, or is she like, no, I can't have you in my class, it would be weird?
No, I actually took the class through work because I worked at a preschool and I worked with babies and infants. So I did the baby infant CPR through work.
Okay.
So, which was nice because it was focusing a lot on infants and young children. So that was great. But no, I mean, she's a nurse for over 30 years. So she teaches. I don't know how often she still teaches, but she's trained to teach, and it's kind of nice to know though that if we need that refresher, especially my husband.
Good.
There.
You got to do it. I love that you guys are doing it again, even though you kind of took it the first time around. We have so many people on from all over the place. We have my good friend Stu is on. Then we have families from Teresa's from New Mexico. We have Hudson, Colorado. I didn't even know there was a Hudson, Colorado. But if anybody has questions for Erica, she is 24 weeks pregnant. I can't remember. Do you know what you're having?
A boy and a girl.
You're having a boy and a girl.
We've got like Uber confirmation at this point. My kids
now you know for sure. Now it's not even like, are you okay with that?
Yeah, it's like it's the best of both worlds. My daughter gets a baby sister. My husband gets a son. There's no arguing over names. We had our names picked out for a boy and a girl. So it's just like, yes, this is gonna work.
As far as the names go, did you tell your family what the names are, or you're like, we're not discussing this?
Oh, we told everybody. Well, everybody knew our boy name because we'd had that picked out from like the first go around. But yeah, we kind of told everybody. I'm not like one to keep a bunch of stuff private. I don't like surprises. So yeah, we pretty much told the world. They all.
So tell us, what are their names? I have to know now.
It is Hilton Christopher, which is after both of our fathers. It's the first name of my dad, who passed away when I was about 19. And then the name of his dad, and we're going to call him HC because we just like the initial thing.
Okay.
So, and then Amelia Rose, which really has no significance other than we're big Doctor Who fans. We're kind of geeky people. And we just like the way it sounded. So I've been calling her Mimi, which my husband can't stand. So.
Why?
He just doesn't like it. He's like, I'm okay with Mia or Amelia, but I don't like Mimi. And I'm like, I love Mimi.
All right. I like Mimi too. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. That's my mother-in-law's nickname. And I don't despise her by any means. So yeah, I think that would be super sweet. And also, you could call her that now, but then when you meet her in person, you may be like, no. That's it. Mila's cute too, though. I mean, those are really sweet names. Oh my gosh, you already know their names. Do you know when they're moving? Like, do you remember always? Does one feel very different than the other? Like, do you know that she's super active and usually up here? Like, could you specifically feel where everybody is?
She's like super low usually. Like, she wants to be first out of the gate. And her movements are quick, but they're a lot. She moves a lot and they're quick. Where my son seems to be kind of lazy. But when he moves, it's like with purpose and like it hurts sometimes because he's like, boom, Karate Kid. So it's so there's never really I don't know, with twins, it feels like there's never really a break. It's like pancake at night because my daughter doesn't like it when I lay on my left side too much. It feels like she moves more and she's like trying to get me over to my right side when my son doesn't really like the right side. So there's no perfect sleeping position at this point.
So we have to create a table, cut the center out so that your belly could rest in the middle, and then you just lay on your belly with your belly hanging through like a massage table.
Yeah,
Those like prenatal massage tables, those are the best.
He hasn't gotten a good night's sleep since we hit second trimester. I feel really bad.
Are you sleeping? Are you still trying to sleep in bed, or do you find that the couch is better, or where's like your best place to sleep?
The bed's still the best place. Occasionally, though, if I've been like up a lot and he's really tired, I'll go to the couch and I can do all right there for a while. So yeah, I have a pregnancy pillow that helps sometimes.
Good.
I get caught up in it.
But you have like the giant snoogles or whatever those are that,
which he can't stand because that takes up like half the bed.
It is. It's like another human in bed. It's a very long human too. It's not even like a kid. Like a kid, you could bend your knees under their legs. Let's say if you have like, your 4-year-old sleeping with you, but that snoogle, it's like 36 feet long. It really is. It's super long.
Yes.
If it helps you, are you tucking it under your belly?
I do tuck it under my belly, and even when I don't sleep with it, I tuck a pillow or a stuffed animal or something under my belly because that seems to help a little bit.
Stuffed animals are underrated when it comes to like a good stuffed animal is the way to go. You know what else is great? If you have a feather pillow, or even if you bought one feather pillow, they seem to like conform a little bit more to your belly. So that's always an option. I feel really bad. But you know that it's going to get bad before it gets worse. I mean, oh, what a shame. It gets bad before it gets worse. It's going to get worse before it gets better is really what I was trying to say.
It's like, I have a bunch of first time moms that I'm friends with. So like, they're like, you can leak from your breast and down there before. I'm like, yes.
Surprise.
If you're lucky like me, it can be both at the same time now. Like I was talking to my mom and sister on video chat and all of a sudden my shirt's wet.
Oh.
This is early. Like what is
early? It's all right. It happens. You have to buy the washable breast pads. Apparently you're going to get a lot of use out of those. So that's always good. Start stocking up on those puppies. Did you call your insurance company and ask all the questions yet?
I did, but apparently after talking to them and then talking to other friends who have the same insurance, I got some different answers.
Okay.
So the way that the people who've been through it, which I kind of trust them a little bit more at this point, is that if I get a prescription from my OB, I can get a certain kinds of breast pumps.
Okay.
Free. So that's kind of the way we're going to go. And I have to call them on my way to the hospital, let them know, so they'll add the babies. So you can't do it like beforehand. Right on the way.
Isn't that insane? Don't you think that that's kind of crazy? People don't know about that. Like if you're expecting, you literally have to call your insurance company and say, how do we get the babies added onto this plan? And what's interesting is that there's no regulation on this. So Aetna does something different than Oxford. Oxford does something different than Health First. Like there's so many plans and nobody has any regulation. I wish that this was something that was regulated, because then the hospital could then instruct you and say, make sure that you do this, or at least have the hospital call.
Yeah, it would be nice if because you're in labor, the last thing you're like thinking of is, oh, I need to go spend 20 minutes on hold with my insurance company to let them know that I'm about to pop out a couple of kids. So
can you believe that? I still can't believe that. I'm pretty sure, babe, do you remember what our insurance company did? Did you have to call them, or did the NICU call them? Well, I don't think we called them, but that was our insurance plan at the time. But I remember that in the NICU nurses were like, did you check with your insurance? Like they were checking with me, because at that point we were there so long. I was like, it's too late now. We've been here for a month, for God's sake. If you guys that are watching out there, I'm curious to know if your babies are here, if you had to call your insurance company or what the rules were. I always want to know. That's why in class, I'm like, if you find out, tell me. I wish that we can make like a Twinversity spreadsheet and be like, okay, Oxford here, Blue Cross Blue Shield here. But then I also think that it's state regulated. Well, it's not even like, insurance company wide.
Well, and I mean, like I worked with insurance companies for a while, and I mean, you could have like so many different plans within, like we have Blue Cross Blue Shield in Minnesota, but we have a specific plan related to my husband's job, and it's a great plan. It covers a lot. They give you a OB health coach, like a an OB nurse health coach that she
that's great.
checks in with me, makes sure if I have any questions, explains things that are going on. She follows up with me every 3 weeks.
That's nice.
Yes. So like, I mean, and if I go through this, they give you like discounts and they give you money at the end if you complete I think it's called like healthy maternity program. So like, I encourage everybody to call their insurance and see if they have a program like that. Because I mean, like, if you can get some money for simply talking to somebody, you know,
yes,
to an hour every 3 weeks about your pregnancy.
That's not so bad. So when she calls you, what do you guys talk about? Or she calls you, or do you have like a scheduled time, like every
scheduled time, and she calls me and we talk about any questions I have, any symptoms. She sends me articles about things I might be going through, like back pain, and she really explained you know, the difference between the OB and the perinatal doctor.
Okay.
She explained kind of to me who I needed to call when. And they even call my OB and let they know that they're following up. So if I have anything that in the appointment that they didn't get to go over, the OB can call my health coach.
Okay.
Call me and go into it more detail. So it's really like they're really invested. So it's kind of nice.
That's really nice. I'd like a good discount on items is what I'm going for. What do we get? Do they give us like a coupon to Babies R Us or something like that?
I think you get like $50 to $100. And then if you do, there's more to this website that they sign you up for. If you do some, like, you watch some videos and stuff, that you get like earn points to get Amazon gift cards and stuff like that. So
I'll take it. Riddle me this now. Does that happen for each pregnancy, or is it only per member for their first pregnancy?
As far as I know, it's each pregnancy. I haven't.
Well, then you know what my next statement is going to be. Do you see where I'm going with this? So you're getting basically gypped on another Amazon gift card.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, call and ask if there is some kind of, accommodation made for multiple birth parents.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Erica.
Well, and it's really cool. My health coach is a twin. She is a twin herself.
Oh, that's really cool.
No,
Does she have a brother or a sister?
She's a brother. So it's really kind of cool to have somebody who understands a little bit of what's going on too in that way. So
it's coincidental. Did they purposely assign her to you, or was it just literally the luck of the draw?
I think it's just luck of the draw.
Oh, I love it. All right. So now what have you done so far planning wise, besides taking our fantastic class and then knowing that I'm so glad you went to the dentist. Truthfully, I really am so happy that you went. What other things are you going to do? Like, do you have a plan for February? Like February, we're going to get, the nursery started. Like, what's your game plan moving forward?
February is to get my hospital bag packed. That's to find the perfect bag, because that's important to me.
Yes.
And get it packed and ready and in the car. That's my February goal.
Okay.
March is baby shower month.
Okay.
So I'm probably going to end up having about 2 baby showers on the same weekend.
Good. That's tired.
So, and then after that, kind of seeing where we stand with like, diapers and wipes and all that, and start stocking up on that and getting that ready.
Okay.
We're not going to have a nursery per se, just because we're only going to be here a few months.
Okay.
But getting everything, like making sure we have, diapers and wipes at like in every room, just in case, and making sure things are moved around, and we're going to have a lot of help. Like we said, we're going to have family come in. We'll have our church, so we kind of want to make sure everything is
set up.
Yeah, set up.
Was your husband angry at me that I was choosing your family? So during the class, Erica asked, if both sides of the family want to help you, who should we have come first? And it was like a fairly quickly a no-brainer. I was like, Erica's mom, like the maternal mom should always come first. I feel like that's going to be, not saying that, my mother-in-law wouldn't be helpful, because she was certainly helpful, but initially you kind of want your own mommy there. You can't help it. So that was the question. Was he okay with that, or he's like,
no, he was perfectly fine. When I had my daughter, my mom came and stayed 2 weeks with us, so to help us with the transition, which was great, because like after that 2 weeks I went back to work, so she's there to help us through. So yeah, she'll come, and then I think there'll be a little bit of overlapping with his parents, since they have to drive so far. They have to drive a lot farther than my mom does.
So, but then when they come, they'll stay for a while too?
They will.
And that's good. So
and you know, this being number 16 and 17 with grandkids, they have a lot of experience, and
nice.
They're going to really focus on our oldest too, to get her and make sure she's not overlooked, because that's kind of a concern, you know, like what do you do when an older child, and everybody's all about the twins, you know, and it's like she's super excited, she can't wait, she's gonna be a great big sister, but she's like, I don't want her to feel left out or excluded.
Well, the bad thing is that she's older, so she's going to remember what it was like before they existed. Like Kylie, who's on with us too today, she's watching. She has a older son, but he was still super young when the babies were born, so he doesn't really have many memories before, you know, like before twins. Mm-hmm. It's just like one big life. But your little chick is older, so that's not going to be as easy. But on the plus side, she's old enough to really help and be involved and be an active participant in the baby's lives, instead of just being, you know, a sibling, like whatever, like there's another kid. So I think like the ages from 3 to 5 are hardest when you have twins, but over 5, thank goodness we're out of the kind of the danger zone. Mm-hmm. After that, then she could appreciate it, and she could play house, and she could have a favorite baby, and which one do you want to feed? And, you know, do you want to change a diaper with me and go get those toys and fill up the diaper? So she can have her own kind of things to do. And if you have not instituted an allowance yet for her, this is a really good time to start making her stock the diaper table, you know, if she's willing to, like if you had like a diaper genie type of thing, emptying that, or, you know, putting the bottles in the top rack of the dishwasher, or making sure, whatever. There are things that 6-year-olds could easily do. Yeah. And even sorting their little clothes, you know, and putting them in the drawer, matching their tiny baby socks, which is good, you know, fine motor development too. So like if I think on that side of motherhood. So yeah, I think maybe have a discussion, be like, you know, what jobs would you like? Mm-hmm. So that when grandma and grandpa come over, they don't steal the jobs that you love to do.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I'm so excited for her.
Yeah, she's excited. And it's kind of funny, but like the moment people find out you're having twins, it seems like everybody comes out of the woodwork. Like we were at the OB's office and we ran into it was a grandmother-mother situation. She was with her husband, but she also had 2 other people with her, and they were her twin little sisters, and she was about 6 years older than them. And she's like, they're my babies. They come with me to do everything. So it was like, oh, that was kind of nice to hear.
Yeah, see, they don't have this arch nemesis status, which is good. Heather is just commented, and she said her daughter was 8 when her twins were born, and they just made sure that she was part of everything. And they even let her choose what the babies would wear and which one she wanted to feed. And she really did enjoy being part of everything. Thank you very much, Heather, for that comment. That's got to help you out. But even with the planning of the nursery process, maybe, you know, maybe she can make some art pieces that you guys frame to put up on the baby's wall, because that's going to be, I mean, that's not even just to make her feel included. It's also going to be like a part of their kind of little baby, you know, their life story and making things. But make sure that she makes 2 of everything so that when the babies are bigger, but there's like holiday ornaments that she can make. It's so exciting. This is such a great age to have siblings, because she's young enough to appreciate being a part of their life. It's not like she's 13 and then you had bonus babies all of a sudden, and then that's just bad news. But I'm very, very, very excited for all of you. And yeah, you got a lot of planning to do. Now, as far as your showers go, did you register for the showers, or you're just like, get me anything, I'm just grateful to have everything?
We did register. We registered at Amazon and Target, just because we wanted to have at least one place where people could go into a store. Mm-hmm. Although it's, you know, you kind of find out it's difficult when you're starting to look for like the double strollers and
really
the twin things that you kind of want. Like they don't sell those everywhere. So, but like Amazon was a really good place to start and kind of
Yeah.
Probably our biggest list, where we list, like, as we put things that we really wanted. Of course, we want the side-by-side stroller. That's kind of something we really like the idea of and was recommended to us. And kind of really digging the twin bassinet on the new one that just came out, the Halo.
Okay. Yes, the bassinet, good deal.
Yeah, that's kind of a big wish item. But then we put like 15 different sizes of diapers on there, and wipes, and the big canister of butt pay.
Yes, the gallon-sized tub of diaper rash cream. They really should just make a gallon of it. I mean, no joke. It should just be in gallon tub sizes for twins. What stroller did you register for?
The Juvie. I think it's the Juvie double stroller.
Very good. I'm not positive about the Juvie, but make sure that whatever, like I would say, whatever stroller you get, make sure that it has that adjustable handle so your daughter could push them. Because if it has that handle, you could always lower it to her height. She will be able to see over it, even if she's more on the petite side of 6. But it's something that, one of those things that not everybody thinks of. Oh, that's so exciting. I love a good shower. And then you could also return a lot of the stuff that you get and then buy it later. It's interesting what you said about the double strollers being on Amazon, because I had a discussion with like a major retailer. So a national retailer, I had a sit down meeting with them, and they're like, why aren't you telling people to register at our store? I'm like, because you don't have double strollers. So what's the point of telling people, oh, go register for it online, when then if you know that you have to register online, then you go buy the best price. So nobody's carrying this stuff in store. We have a store here in Manhattan that has the largest selection of double strollers, and truthfully, they really do have pretty much every single double stroller in stock. But when you walk into their store, it is such a mess because there's so many strollers in such a small amount of space. And those strollers are big. Like some double strollers, like the Juvie, is fairly, it's a slimmer frame, but then you get some like the Balco or some like the Stroller, and they are definitely wider than the average bear. So yeah, that is, it's crazy. But everybody's like, why don't you send people there? I'm like, because you don't have our stuff. So what am I going to be like? Hey, go to this store, guys. It's great. They're not going to have anything you want. But, while you're there, it makes me crazy. It really does. Who's throwing the showers for you?
So one of the showers is thrown by one of my good friends, Eve, and her mom, Sylvia. They're from our home church in Chattanooga.
Oh.
So it's going to be kind of a quick turnaround because we're driving up to Chattanooga, then we're driving back. So because Saturday is that shower, Sunday is the shower that will be thrown, I guess, by our congregation here, right across the street. So.
Oh, well, that's good. How are you going to get the stuff home from Chattanooga?
We're not going to pack any clothes.
Okay.
When we go up there, and
we're just dirty clothes the whole time. That's it.
Some of the stuff, like the stuff we know we won't need for a while, just because of their age, we'll just leave it at my mom's and pick it up and move. Oh, that's there'll be things that we can't use for them, obviously, till they're a little bit older. So
yeah. How long is the drive?
6 hours.
6 hours. And then you delivered in Chattanooga last time, right?
No, I delivered we were in Nebraska, so I delivered in Nebraska last time.
Oh, you've been everywhere. Well, God forbid, you have to make sure that you know the hospitals that are in Chattanooga.
I know the hospitals, and I know the doctors too.
Good.
I have a former coworker who had twins, and she filled me in where to go. So just I'm familiar enough. That this is where.
That's all you need. You'll never need it, but if you need it, you want to make sure that you know it. That's all that I say. I always get I've seen so many times people take vacations and then end up not delivering the babies, but just like, in L&D, like, they don't feel good or whatever, and they have to go. And then they're going into random hospitals, and it makes me anxious. I'd at least like to know the name of the hospital that I'm going to. So that's always a big Twiniversity tip. If you guys are expecting and you're traveling anywhere, whether it's for a shower, whether it's for a baby moon, whether it's for a wedding, just know the hospitals in that area. So then, God forbid, if you did have to go, that you got that covered. So that's good. So now we have showers coming up. So what's the nursery situation going to be like? Do they have their own room, or they're going to share a room with your daughter until you move?
They'll share a room with us until we'll have a place to put like most of their bigger items. We have a room for it.
Okay.
Mommy has to give up her craft room.
Oh no!
But then when we move, we'll have a 4-bedroom, so that they'll be able to have their own nursery, and everybody will have their own space.
So how soon are you moving again? And did I know this, that you're leaving already?
We moved July 31st.
July 31st. To where? How far are you going? Are we going back to?
We're moving back to St. Louis.
Oh, great Twins Club. That's the best part of St. Louis. Fantastic, fantastic Twins Club. You were like, that's it. Okay. So you got a few months. That's a lot going on. How long is that drive going to be?
12 hours, but we'll break it up. We'll stop in Chattanooga because that's about halfway.
Okay.
Sleep the night. Hopefully sleep the night.
I hope so. That's good.
The rest of the way.
We'll get you ready for that road trip. That's totally doable. Now you're really going to be thankful for your daughter. Are you going to sit in the back with everybody? What kind of car do you have? I have so many questions about this. I'm overwhelmed.
So my husband just walked in. I probably should.
Your husband?
We have a Honda Elantra, and he wants to try to make it with that.
Okay.
He says we can do it.
You can do it.
So I researched car seats where you could fit 2 car seats and a booster seat, which is what my daughter's in the back seat. So that's the 2 car seats we chose.
Okay.
Just to fit in. They're narrower.
Okay. What did you go with, Kleck?
It was Graco, one of the Graco kind.
Snug ride guy. Yeah. There's a few. The narrowest ones are Kleck.
Okay.
It's a Canadian company, but they are unbelievably narrow, but they didn't give up any of the features.
Yes.
They're beautiful. They're so pretty. So yes, if they're on your registry, compare. A lot of people don't even know this company Kleck exists. So I'm like, hey guys, if you're 3, because if you're 3 and you got to get 3 back there, whether it's triplets and Diono, that's another company that's really slim. Who's that other company that makes the race car seats? Recaro. Those are the 3 thinnest, slimmest car seats, because your daughter's still sitting in a booster, no?
Just the booster. She's big enough for just the regular booster.
Does she have a high back booster, or she's just in the seat?
She's just in the seat.
You actually have a lot of flexibility if it's just the booster without the back, because you could always go over. Oh, she's going to be super cramped back there. She'll make it. Don't worry about it. That's okay. It's part of the family. This is what you do. The end of story.
Kind of the discussion we had. He's like, no, we can do it. We'll make this.
You could always rent a car. I mean, that's always a possibility, that you could always rent a car just going one way. They do have one-way rentals. It's not like you're going to have to return it to anything.
Well, if we go visit his family, which is a good trip out, we know we're going to have to rent a vehicle if we take a major trip, because there's no way you can put luggage.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big size trunk, but like, I'm thinking by the time we put the stroller in there, and that's going to be it. So
definitely start Googling one-way rentals just for fun, just to see what happens. Not saying we're making any decisions, but yeah, maybe like a giant U-Haul too. And that's it. Your husband could drive the U-Haul in front and you tail behind with the kids, and everything's in there. Then it's quiet. Then you have peace. You could swap out driving when you start ripping out your hair from the kids. That's okay. That's really exciting. Listen, it's always fun. You have new babies coming. You have a new move, all new stuff. There's so many things going on. And I'm so happy that you do have an unbelievable amount of support, but you should. I mean, for all the work that your husband does and gives to the community, it finally gets to come back to you. So all that time that you've invested into him helping everybody, finally it's paying off, all that time. That's very, very, very exciting. All right, go play with your husband. I am sorry we took up so much of your time.
No, it's fine.
Speak to him for a few minutes. I feel bad. He's home from work. Go talk to him. He may have to leave again. That's the way that I see it.
Yeah, who knows?
You don't even know. You're like, whatever. He comes and goes. I pretend he's not there. That's
yes.
All right. So then my last question would be, and then I really will, because I did have one more question that I wanted to ask. What tests do you have coming up medically? And do they tell you, okay, this is going to happen at your next visit? Like, what's your schedule medically wise?
My next big test, I think, happens about February 12th. It's the glucose test.
Okay.
Again, it's the big one.
But it's not the 24-hour one. It's just go drink this delicious stuff.
Yeah.
By the way, the secret is you can actually drink apple juice. Like a lot of people can't tolerate that orange, crushed bubbly drink that you have. And the carbonation, sometimes if like, especially if you're still having some nausea, they could actually give you apple juice. You do have alternatives to things that you could take, but nobody asks. So if you're just like, I'll drink this, yeah, you got to ask.
This stuff is so hard to take. It was hard with just one, and I didn't even have morning sickness with her. I just don't even. Yeah. That's if there's all the tests that I've had, whether it was blood tests or, sonograms, I will never forget the way that tasted. It was something special. Something special is what it's like sugar with a hint of orange. But that's what it's supposed to be. You think with all our medical technology, they could figure out something else to make it just a little bit easier.
I don't know why they have not figured that out. I just want like one simple pill that I could swallow that's full of like a sugar cube, and then you just see what happens. That's what I'm always hoping for. So, okay, so that's our next big test that's coming up in February. And then, I don't know, like I'm sad. I don't want to wait that long to see you. I want to talk to you guys every day. And I always want all of my moms to get together, and maybe you want to reach out to Kylie and see if she did anything with her older son and steal ideas from her, or when we talk to her, I'll specifically ask her for you. But I'm so excited that you shared some time with us again, and we will check in with you again if that's okay.
Yes, that'd be great.
Maybe after the showers or during the showers, we'll call you and be like, hey, we're coming to the shower. Here I am virtually. I'm a virtual attendant. I would like a fingertip sandwich of some cucumbers.
Oh,
I love that. I'm so excited for your showers. I love a good baby shower. I
Yeah,
hope it's a theme. I hope there's games. I want everything.
I'm flying to St. Louis Friday to actually do a baby shower for my best friend in St. Louis. So I've gotten to be a planning part of it now.
Well, you could always take all the centerpieces from there and then use them for your shower. So you could repurpose all the decorations. So like, carefully peel the tape off of everything that says baby. And we're like, we're taking these, we're putting these away. I went to a wedding that somebody was getting married like the next day. And that's what they're doing. They're like, we're buying the centerpieces and we're using them for everything. I'm like, why not? I'm all for it. I'll never say anything about that.
No.
Less waste. Right? If we have to have the guilt of not spending money, like if people say we're cheap, I just say we're lessening our carbon footprint on things that would get thrown out.
Exactly.
That's it. All right. Well, we will check in with you again. And then obviously you know where to find me. And I'm super excited. I would say your homework should be definitely that hospital bag, like no doubt. And don't forget to pack a bag in your hospital bag, so that when your husband goes home each night, all the diapers that are in that free drawer that come below the babies, you could take those home.
I've told everybody about that. Like that was like so exciting. Like I've told all my pregnant mom friends. It's like, so there's this magical drawer. You just need to empty it.
It's like, oh, hi. It's like baby Narnia. That's what that is. That's what that is. All right, go play with the puppy. Why is she home? Because she's not feeling good. Yeah. Oh, Papasaurus, I'm Nat. Nice to meet you. I'm so excited for your brother and sister that's coming.
I'm excited for the baby. Mm-hmm.
I know. Just worry about getting better. And there's the teddy bears that you could use for under your belly later when she doesn't notice. All right, go take care of your tiny puppy. If you need anything, you know where to find me.
Thank you.
You got it, girl. Feel better, puppy. Bye.
Bye.